What's up, everyone? Chris here with Metro Restyling, here with James Tate from Elite Rappers.
Welcome back, guys.
All right, so today we're gonna do something different. I have 5 major brands that Metro carries. One is Hexis, 3M, KPMF, Orafol, and Avery. We don't want none of you manufacturers getting mad at us. We're just gonna do a demo. We don't know the results, do we?
No, we don't. What we're going to try to do is we're going to make a bubble on purpose and then see how we can work out that bubble and how the material works with that.
Yeah, so basically we're gonna be judging which material is the easiest to work with when you get bubbles. Can we do creases too?
We can try a crease and see how it turns out.
All right, so what do you want to start with here?
Here, we'll try Avery first.
Avery?
So we'll place this on the car. So we'll put Avery down. And then I'll take this roll of tape and use that as like a guide to kind of make a bubble. All right, you got a bubble there.
Make a crease if you can.
I don't know if I can make a crease in Avery.
Oh, I mean, that sounds like it's a good thing, right?
Yeah. All right, so yeah, we got a pretty hard crease bubble here. But this bubble, let's see if we can kind of maybe break it up into like maybe little bubbles and see if we can kind of make it disappear. This one's kind of big.
That's a heavy bubble.
Yeah, that's a heavy one.
I still want you to push it to its limit. Let's see what. Woo.
What might have happened was, since I made the physical bubble, I closed down all these channels around it, so the air really doesn't have nowhere to go. So it's kind of locked in this area. So there's really no working that out. You would have to lift this up and reset it.
Let's see how well it resets, right? With no heat.
No heat. You still have a slight crease.
Okay.
But you can work out the bubble, not all the way, being that we kind of closed the perimeter down. But like these other random bubbles, we can kind of work out. Let's try something else.
So what would you rate Avery on 1 to 10?
Ooh.
For fixability? I mean, what do you even call this? Fixability?
Yeah, working the bubble out, being that it wasn't closed, it didn't go nowhere, you know, so you can't really work it out. But being that maybe you didn't close those channels off, and like these other random bubbles, we were able to work those out. So that worked out very well. Yeah. So as long as you don't close your channels or close the perimeter, you can work out those bubbles.
So what, 1 through 10?
I would say give it a 10 when you can work out the bubbles.
10?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, you can work those out.
So that's gonna be hard to beat. So let's try Hexis here.
Place the Hexis and use the taper roll. Kind of make my circle. So similar circle, and then we'll rub around the outside to see if we can crease. Really no creases there, so let's see if we can work this guy out. So we'll split up these bubbles. I mean, it looks like these are kind of going away. And we'll mush right down the middle.
I didn't think that would happen.
I really did not,
to be honest with you.
There's a slight maybe no, not really. I think that will go away. So we're able to really work out everything in the Hexis film. So maybe, can I take back my 10 with Avery?
No, I mean, you rated it high.
So yeah, so I did rate it maybe a little bit high, but yeah, this looks very well. We're able to work out all the bubbles here.
Well, I did ask you the question of the fixability of it, so I would give it a 10 too, because you fixed the hell out of it.
You know, there's nothing
I guess
there.
Fixability for this, we can't vote on that, right? Because you didn't have to fix it. So I would probably give that a 10 for as far as not getting bubbles or creases, right?
Yeah, because nothing was locked in like how the Avery was. Yeah, we did the perimeter bubble. It kind of like locked in that air in that area. But this one, we did the same thing, same pressure, and then there's no physical bubble.
Did you feel this film being maybe slightly thicker?
Yes, it is definitely thicker. So that makes a difference.
Yeah, I know with creases it helps. All right, You pick one. We got 3M, KPMF, and Orafol left. All right.
Same thing. Set it. Put the roll of tape. Make our circle. Go around, squeegee everything else out. Let's see if I can make something happen. Nothing there. So we get this bubble. So we'll try to split it up.
And what was that? That was Orafol we're working with right now, right?
And even that one we're able to
Orafol's a thicker film too, so maybe we're onto something. Maybe these thicker films
won't bubble up like that.
Won't bubble or crease as easy. I'm not sure.
So even this one.
But that's pretty damn clean. All right, let's give this one a shot. 3M.
All right. Place that. Our tape roll.
So 3M thickness, from my experience, it's probably right there between a Hexis and an Orafol.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, I would say about the same. Maybe a little bit too much of a wrinkle. Let's see if I can kind of correct that.
In the defense of Orafol, I think you kind of nick the vinyl and cause it to lift there.
But we're working this out.
Or I'm sorry, that's not even Orafol, that's 3M.
Yeah. And so now the big bubble, we'll split it up. I don't know, bro.
So
the air is just going to that one.
Yeah, so now the air is just moving around. And something, I shouldn't say, but it happens. I've seen air channel collapse happen when you're trying to do that, where you're kind of screwed and you can't even get that down.
Yeah, so like it's not even leaving that perimeter that we had made.
Well, 1 through 10 on removability of creases and bubbles.
Yeah, we can't work this out.
What do you think that is? That's probably like a 5, huh?
Yeah, I mean, you can't. You would have to pick up and reposition this too. Like
no, exactly, but you would rate that a 5 as far as a bubble or crease occurring. Yeah. So let's see how it fixes. Let's see if this holds up to a 10 like Avery did as far as fixing.
I mean, yeah, you'll be able to kind of lay it back down.
I see.
And you might see some
lines though.
What's called like a ringworm kind of effect.
Yeah. I mean, I see some damage there, but that's still about an 8, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
For fixability, that's about an 8. Let's give KPMF a try here. All right. KPMF is new to the scene. What, about 5 years now?
Yeah.
5, 6 years.
So this is that. Do a little bit of this.
So what I'm noticing when you're doing this is that when you make that first ring, right, a lot of that air already escapes on these Orafols,
on
KPMF, Hexis. It was already releasing kind of, where 3M and Avery had kind of withheld it and constrained it in here.
Left a barrier.
Correct.
I want to say that. So like even with this, I mean, it's even just letting itself out.
Yeah, but I seen it, as you put the pressure on, kind of let itself out. And that's why it didn't get such a big surge. So it might be the
thicker films. Obviously, all 3 thicker films, there's literally nothing left behind.
This is like a 10 and a 10, right?
Yeah, because you're not fixing anything. There's nothing to fix. Unfortunately, the Avery and the 3M left blemishes behind, and you couldn't really work out those bubbles. So even the 3M, you still see.
So let's see.
The line.
So 3M, you can still kind of see the lines right there, where the air bubble was at.
And then even Avery, there's a slight crease there.
Yeah, just that right there, not all this. It's kind of hard to see on the camera. This,
you don't
that's
see
from
anything.
Popping it up.
Yeah, but those lines that you see going horizontal.
Yeah, these horizontal lines are just pop-up lines, but I would say Avery and 3M probably were the most difficult
to work bubbles out.
They're definitely an easy film to install, but if you get a bubble or a crease, I mean, we just seen it with our eyes.
And I think that's from just being a thinner film. And that what happens with having thinner films, yes, you can stretch it and move it, but it stretches when you make bubbles or if there's a bubble that gets created. The thicker film don't really stretch, you know, for those bubbles to go anywhere.
Right.
So then you can kind of work those bubbles out with the thicker films, you know. So I've never had a problem with these, you know, but unfortunately, Avery and 3M sometimes will have problems.
Yeah, still premium films, great films. I mean, the whole goal is to make glass and not get these bubbles or creases. Peace out.